is the man who's looked comfortable, as also John Walker begins to make a move too, quite dramatically, to join David Lewis at the front of the field.
Yes, remember Treacy beating Steve Ovett just on this track several years ago. Very tenacious, but I just wonder if he's done enough track running after that marvellous marathon last year. Well, we shouldn't have written Walker off too soon, should we? But the pace has been dementedly slow. And really, if Walker can just stay with them. Davis Hale, who's in 5th place in the orange vest, we've seen already this season, can really sparkle over the last 400 metres. And Dave Lewis himself, who's leading at the moment, and that may sort of tire him out a little, but he's capable of a fast finish. But Walker must be feeling that the race has gone rather the way he wanted it, I think, at the moment, Alan.
Number 47 there, Steve Binns. Just before that, John Treacy, who looks so light, doesn't he, that you think a gust of wind could blow him off the track, has not for the first time in the race stumbled and only just managed to regain his footing. And as a result of that, here he is now coming up on the outside of that group, getting away from those flailing heels and keeping well out of trouble.
In the time at the bell, 12:47.4, just inside. Certainly has been quite slow since that second kilometre.
And a totally unexpected name has gone to the fore, the Irishman Ronnie Carroll. He can sing a bit as well, but he's got another Irishman who's rather better known, who's come through and overtaken him. So Ronnie Carroll's brief moment of glory has evaporated as Treacy has come up. Steve Jones looking good on the outside, David Lewis strong too, and Paul Davis Hale, number 8, as Walker's fallen back off that pace. David Lewis sprinting away from the rest of the field. The man who had a terrific winter, indoors and cross-country, the national cross-country champion, looking so strong now, and timing his hit for home. But Paul Davis Hale has got some finish too, and this race isn't over yet. And Paul Davis Hale is coming up onto the shoulder of Lewis. Can Lewis hold on? He's seen him coming. Davis Hale finishing like a train. And Lewis just holds on, great finish. Lewis wins it, Davis Hale 2nd, Treacy 3rd, Jones 4th. Walker finished in something like 6th or 7th place. And David Lewis might well hold aloft one finger, because the victory jig tells you that here's a guy who won an awful lot of things as a youngster.
Like Fala Senegal, fine 800-metre runner, as he's already showed tonight. In 2nd place, Halifa of Sudan, in great form in Europe recently. Cram not making any attempt to go with that pace, and the big 3 are content to wait and watch each other. Coming round now, and as they pass the lap marker this time, they'll have 3 laps to go. It's Fal leading, Halifa 2nd, Cram is in 3rd place, Cruz is 4, and Awita in 5th place with May of Italy. Awita coming up on the outside now, and he's an endurance man rather than a pure speed merchant, although he's a 1:45 800-metre runner, and of course he's run just outside David Moorcroft's world record of 5,000 metres, but we expect Awita to have to go fairly early in this company. 54.1 for the first lap, and they're looking for someone to take them through 800 metres at around 1:52. Fowles getting worried because they're not following the pace.
I don't think Steve Cram is anxious to follow the pace. He knows he's there to be shot at the moment. He's got the big Brazilian breathing down his neck, Joaquin Cruz, and these two are looking around. Where's the company? And it's closing up on them only because they're closing, and the time's coming to them. Awita gets himself buried there in 6th or 7th place. He almost had a trip earlier on, but the big Brazilian training Steve Cram at the moment, who looks as though he's running well and easy.
No sign of the Cram muscle injury at all as they get 2 laps to go marker. Held out to them, and still Foul leads. Halifa in 2nd place, Cram is 3rd, Cruz is 4. In 5th place, Gonzalez of Spain. In 6th place, the tiny Moroccan. And they threw 800 metres in 1:53.6. Now Ovett in the world record was through in 1:51.67, so they're outside a world record pace. It's still Halifa now in front, with Fala having dropped out. Still Cram in 2nd place. 3rd, Gonzalez of Spain. In 4th place is Cruz, looking threatening. In 5th place, Awita. And 6th, the many times American champion Steve Scott. They're all gathering now as they come round to the bell. Halifa kicking very hard indeed. Cram still in 2nd place, and Cruz is in trouble. The Olympic 800-metre champion's beaten. Khalifa attacks hard, but so too does Cram, and he's gone desperately early. Well, this is a really courageous bid by Steve Cram, and as he judged it right. Gonzalez in second place. The Wheater is not beaten yet, and is closing, but Cram has kicked hard. He's 7 meters clear, and the Olympic champion from Morocco is wallowing behind Cram at the moment with just over 200 to go. But Cram lasting it out. The world champion, the European champion, the Commonwealth champion. Can he hang off? The Olympic 5,000 meter champions closing now and encouraged by the gap lessening, and Cram battling away in front, and a Wheater is coming on the near side. Cram responds again, but the Moroccan can feel he might get there. It's going to be so close. Cram wins. A Wheater second, Gonzalez third, Scott fourth, and the world record has gone. Steve Ozet's name has gone from the list to be replaced by, I believe, Steve Cram. But it is close. It is so close. I think Cram won it. A Wheater puts his arm up.
Gaps open. Of course, it's crucial to keep in contact, because if you let the gap open, the guys in front just going to go away. So the field closing up again. So still John Treacy leading from the man in the black and amber, Noel Harvey, who won the varsities, actually down here in Cork in April there. So it's still John coming up with 3 laps, 3 minutes 19, so another 67-second lap.
And just up into third place is Eamon Tierney of Clonliffe. So the Clonliffe Harriers determined not to let the Deschamins get away from them. John Treacy out in front still, and Noel Harvey in second, and Eamon Tierney in third.
Back with the men's shot in the circle, the defending champion, Paul Quirk from Crusaders and Manhattan College, getting back from injury now. Yes, that looks a good one. 15.90 is what Paul put today to take the title from Martin Nutty from Clonliffe, with Limerick's Pat Hartigan in third position.
Well, the lap board will tell John Treacy he has 20 to go. He's ending his 5th lap, and he's opening up a bit of a gap. John Treacy, as Catherine was suggesting, is determined to put in a good time in this. He's going to have to do it the hard way. He's going to have to do it all alone, because while he's in the lead, Noel Harvey is struggling to keep in contention. Neil Cusick is now in third, and in fourth place, Eamon Tierney, then Paul Craig, and then Tony O'Leary of Leevale. But very much John Treacy in command right now.
John obviously decided he's want to have a good time, so he's pushing on ahead. It was a bit surprising to see Noel Harvey try to make a go with him. Harvey, who's been running more on the roads recently, just going to be overtaken now by Neil Cusick and his clubmate Eamon Tierney. But way out in front by some 60 or 70 metres, it's John Treacy. Obviously John is out to have a good time today, and in one of the 2 or 3 10,000s which he intends to run this season, and he's not going to wait around. But you can see him actually bending into the wind. It really hits you there very badly, and you've got to bend when you're coming around there. So it's John Treacy coming up 19 laps to go when he passes the finishing line, and obviously the race is on for second and third. I think the gold is definitely headed for Dacia this year.
Well, John Treacy gave us all a bit of a surprise with his late withdrawal from the 3A's 10,000 metres last weekend, but this Saturday certainly there's plenty of John Treacy to be seen in Cork, and they get a fair chance of studying him all alone. That is a quite remarkable gap. He just had a little look back to see how far back it is to that group of 6 who are chasing him, and they're really having to work hard to keep even at that distance behind John Treacy. It really has opened up to quite a gap, a good 50 metres, as Treacy strides out along the backstretch with Neil Cusick in second place, and then the 2 Clonliffe Harriers, Noel Harvey and Eamon Tierney, behind him.
In the men's javelin, Kevin McBrearty from South Donegal. He's thrown it up very high. I wonder will it land properly? Must break ground? Yes, it does. And McBrearty lying in second position, and that throw was 60 metres 44. Still in second position in the long jump, Kathleen Glavin from Middleton with a jump of 5.64. Will she extend it? That looks a bit better. And Kathleen's jump that time was 5.69, some 10 centimetres behind Terry Horgan. Back with the javelin, the leader, Terry McHugh from DCH. Terry having some problems with no throws today. Yes, fast arm gets it out well. That throw 68.74, extending his lead further. Still with the leaders, Terry Horgan in the long jump, the school's champion. Very low kick. 5:64, and that's no improvement on her lead.
At the next bend, John Treacy will have 7.5 laps to go. And it's becoming increasingly obvious that the big effort he made earlier on is taking its toll, and Neil Cusick is getting within striking distance of him. This is quite remarkable.
This is absolutely amazing, because Neil Cusick was 7 seconds behind, then he cut it down to 6 seconds, 5, and for the last 3 laps he's been 5 seconds, but certainly the gap now is less than 5 seconds. It's only down to 30 metres or thereabouts, and John looks as if he's wilting slightly. His laps have gone down to 72 seconds a lap.
Eamon Treacy has been left 100 metres behind. Eamon Tierney, rather, has been left 100 metres behind. He, you'll recall, was working hard together with Neil Cusick to try and reel in John Treacy. And Treacy, as he approaches the line with 7 laps to go, has only about 15 to 20 metres to spare over Cusick. In between them, a lap runner, number 436, Seamus Hughes from Thurles. But this going to develop, it would appear, into a race, unless John Treacy can dig deep enough to shake off what looks like becoming an increasingly serious threat from Neil Cusick.
Yes, Neil Cusick, when he's on his day, can be really an athlete to beat. And John actually looks very, very tired going down the back straight. Neil Cusick obviously senses it, and he's going after him. But a gap like that is difficult in these conditions to wilt it down all the way.
50 metres he had at one stage. Now on the top bend, it's what, 15? That's a remarkable piece of running by Neil Cusick, the Limerick runner who